Alright guys, we're going to be looking at this person's replay, which is currently the highest damage record in the UDARNY since it's been released. This person has gotten 6,000 damage for 6 kills, alright? So he is on the cliff map, and he's going up the western flank, up the 2 line. And yeah, he seems to. No, he's not in a platoon, but there are two UDARNY, whatever you want to call it, in this game. This is the current record holder as far as uploads have been generated. So let's see how this guy does. He's already well, we'll calculate his combined damage at the end of the match. He very wisely retreated from that push, as about half of the enemy team is sitting over there in the little town area on the 1-2 line. Alright, he got the drop on this K2. He is using heat shells, which is something I was not doing, as I stated in my previous video. Gets the kill on that SU-130 for his first kill. So he's looking for cross shots. The other UDARNY on the enemy team is also shooting heat rounds, so they traded. He had a little bit of a higher roll. Pardon the yawn. Me so tired. He definitely does not have the same equipment setup as I do. Because my tank is not missing its shots, as you see in my previous video. You might not have the maxed out crew in there as well. Keep in mind, the way my tank operates is because it has a fully trained crew with bounty equipment. Of course, the EBR and the squall was never going to really pen him. So he's holding solid in a very precarious, normally it would be a precarious spot, but the enemy team is not very aggressive, and this gives him the advantage. He's going after this K2 again, which he did earlier. And there you go. The snapshotting ability of this tank is showing. I think his right track went up on that rock there as he fired, or just before he fired, throwing off his shot. He's fighting two enemy UDARNYs. Ooh, UDARNYs. Woodarnies. He's nuts. These are his camera movements, not mine. So, we can see a ricochet off the top of his cupola. So someone's aiming for that cupola. He's aiming for that guy's cupola. He hits the rock. Now, whilst UDARNY does have a cupola, it's not as massive as we were initially told. It is sizable enough for you to hit it, as you can see. But if the person in command of that tank is moving around, you're gonna have a 50-50. This guy is just sitting there, quite literally making himself the perfect target for cupola farm. Yeah, our star player here, IXS underscore none EXS of the Norlt clan. Not quite sure what server this is on. This might be the European server, or maybe even the Asian server. But probably the European server, going by the usernames I'm seeing, because I'm not seeing any clans that I recognize from the North American server, which is where I primarily reside on. So he's already at 35-54 damage, not counting assist. 3 kills. At this point, he's just mopping up the enemy team. He overall appears to be an aggressive player, whereas he is paired up against a team that is not as aggressive as him. Matter of fact, they're very, very much camping type players. And clearly that gives him the opportunity and the advantage, given that this tank is literally designed to push and punish enemy tanks. There we go. There's that same accuracy, even at distance, that I highlighted in my own gameplay. Of course, I did not get 6,000 damage. So, that's what this guy's gonna be having. Probably a lot more with combined damage, but the odds are not really in his favor. It's kind of 50-50 for both teams' hit points. This guy was not paying attention and very low health, and he paid the price for his negligence, giving our star player yet another kill, bringing his kills to 4. Progetto might be his 5th kill. Its hit points are well within the average damage range of the UDARNY. So one shot from our star player here. Ixis, I shall call him. One shot from Ixis into that Progetto should send him packing right back to the garage. Scorpion, prime target, 374. See? A Progetto, if I'm not mistaken, has 370 hit points. My mod has just told me that he just achieved the high caliber award, and sure enough, as I said, one shot into the Progetto and the Progetto was done for. Scorpion bounces, he hit the track and it did not go through. Steadily climbing. The Ares does not really have a chance at penning the frontal armor of the UDARNY. And this guy is just farming it. He is reeling in fish with every throw of that line. Every cast of the rod, he is bringing up fish. And 6th kill for the Top Gun. So he is sitting at 6,000, 7,000 and change combined damage with 4,100 blocked. Oh, that's unfortunate. RNG denied him the pen on that Ares. The Ares is on the run. Does our star player get to achieve another hit? He's going really fast down that slope. That was a major risk. He took no damage. Ares runs into the Ferdy, and the Ferdy secures the winning kill. Alright, good job to this guy. Well done. So there you go. There you have it, guys. The UDARNY's performance. As I said, it is very underrated.